my child behind. Now I suffer the curse and now I am blind. With all this anger, guilt and sadness coming to haunt me forever, I can't wait for the cliff at the end of the river. Is this revenge I am seeking? Leaving my child behind. Now I suffer the curse and now I am blind. With all this anger, guilt and sadness coming to haunt me forever, I can't wait for the cliff at the end of the river. Is this revenge I am seeking, or seeking someone to avenge me? Stuck in my own paradox, I want to set myself free. Maybe I should chase and find before they'll try to stop it. It won't be long before I become a puppet. It's been so long since I last have seen my son lost to this monster, to the man behind the slaughter. Since you've been gone, I've been singing this stupid song so I could ponder the sanity of your mother. I wish I lived in the present with the gift of my past mistakes, but the future keeps luring in like a pack of snakes. Your sweet little eyes, your little smile is all I remember. Those fuzzy memories mess with my temper. Justification is killing me, but killing isn't justified. What happened to my son? I'm terrified. It lingers in my mind and the thoughts keep on getting bigger. I'm sorry, my sweet baby, I wish I'd been there. It's been so long since I last have seen my son lost to this monster, to the man behind the slaughter. Since you've been gone, I've been singing this stupid song so I could ponder the sanity of your mother. Once I get my second chance, I won't leave you alone. I hope you die in a fire.
Hey everybody, good evening. Lovely to see all of you here. Oh my goodness, so many people in the chat. What up, everybody? I don't stream on YouTube all that often. I used to back in the day, if you were here in the 2016, 2015 era of the Caleb Hyles channel, but trying to mix things up a little bit these days. Some of you may have noticed I didn't have a video this week. That was in lieu of the fact that it's been so long. The FNAF 2 cover that I did last week has been doing very well analytically, so I'm kind of letting that marinate a bit longer before I upload the next cover. So in lieu of that, I am doing just a stream for y'all, just to give you some updates on my life, what's going on, and do a little Q&A. But let me hop on over to my screen here real quick, see if I need to adjust anything. No, it's all good. We're all good. Looking swell, mighty fine. Oh my gosh, look at that chat. It's like stumbling over each other. Oh no. I maybe need to do something about this chat on the right. Look at that. That frickin', ooh, it's ugly. Maybe I just need to get rid of it. Ay. It's like frozen now. It came up and it was like, I don't want to do that anymore. No thanks. So it just stopped. We'll what was this one? I'm just gonna probably not have it happen anymore. Which one is this? Sorry, I don't know. I don't use this very often. Wait, is this a, whoa. There's like two chats. Oh, there's that one. It just took off like a rocket. Yikes. See, okay, let me give you all a little background. I'm used to doing this on Twitch. So I stream on Twitch, by the way. That's the normal thing I do. And my Twitch channel is Caleb Hyles Music. I'll post a link at some point in time soon. And I have the chat box usually right here, but it's cumbersome because everyone's the same color and it's just very fast. So, but it's there and I'm just going to keep it there anyway. It's like a log for it. But, yeah, I'm here to be with y'all for about an hour or so. And then after this, we're going to hop on over to we're going to hop on over to Caleb Hyles Music, and I'm going to play some Super Smash Brothers, for the evening. And if you really want to ask some more, questions there or just hang and watch me play some video games, that's the place to go after we do this very, public event. But wonderful to see all of you guys here. And see the fervency. Thank you so much for all of your very kind words. A lot of love you and love your covers and thank you so much for doing this and hellos. So thank you for being here and being so kind and encouraging. So I don't often do streams on YouTube. I should do them more often, but I do like coming on every now and then and answering a couple of questions that y'all may have. And so right before we get to anything, else, I want to make sure y'all know. Please, if I miss a question that you've asked, I'm so sorry. It's very fast questions. I'm just grabbing them as they come. It's nothing personal to you, I promise. I'm not trying to offend or slight you. There's probably just a lot of questions that come in. How to enable slow mode? I figured it did it on its own. If I'm supposed to do it, then whoops, because I don't know how. No big though, no big deal. Someone asked a while back, a while up in the chat. Someone said, "How am I doing? How am I and my wife doing in this period of time?" We're doing well. We're doing very well. I've told people that I'm kind of a homebody anyway. I frankly, all of this lifestyle, this YouTube career wasn't meant for me. Because I very much like methodical, slow paced lifestyle. And I take a while to learn things and understand things. So with the advent of this career, it's been so much faster. So I've had to adjust on the fly to learn. I'm going to try to figure out how to do slow mode. Let's see. There it is. I found it out. Look at that. 60 seconds between messages. Goodness. No, that's way too slow. 10 seconds? That sounds way too quick. Let's do. Okay. Maybe that'll slow things down a bit. Tell me if that's too, maybe I shouldn't tell 300 plus people what's best, but 10 seconds I think is fine. Do you miss your friends? Maverick asks that. I think that's how you say your name. I have been I'm such like independent person. And a lot of my friends I meet with online. I talk to them online. We play Overwatch together. So I'm not lacking in relationships. And obviously I spend a lot of time with my wife. So I'm pretty relationally, I'm in a good place, and I have a great support group. I'm thankful. I just know I have a support group around me, and that in general already, that makes me feel safe. That's a good way to put it. All right. I figured out slow mode. There we go. I did it. Good. Am I going to do the original Living Tombstone song? Timothy asks. I'm not sure which one you mean, like the original Five Nights at Freddy's, because I did do that one. And then I did Die in a Fire, and I also did Living Tombstone remixed a song I did with Fandroid based off of FNAF called Don't Tattle on Me, and I did that one. And then I did the song Discord by Eurobeat Pony, remixed by Living Tombstone, and I did that one as well. So I've done a couple of those. I've done several Living Tombstone covers. He's pretty prolific when it comes to fan-made music. I would argue he's like a trailblazer. He sort of set that up. Pacifist? I think I said that right. I'm doing well. Today's been a good day. Actually, a very good day. The weather's been lovely. Got to socially distance walk around outside. That was nice. So it's been a good day. Ryan Lafford, I love you. I love you too, Ryan. Every time I see your name, it makes me smile, dude. Roartastic asks, what drove you to want to make Ruby music? Frankly, I got requested a lot. If I'm being honest, Roar, people asked me to do Ruby music. I think they heard my range. They saw I did nerdy covers like anime and the like, and thought, okay, I bet this guy Ruby's really up there and can sing really high, and it's really intense music. Why doesn't he try his hand at? Why doesn't he give it a shot? So I did it after so many requests, and then it was received so well. I was like, I'll just keep doing it. I'll keep doing these Ruby songs. And so then I did the Ruby, and then I kept doing them, and I was able to get Casey Lee Williams, the original vocalist, for all the Ruby music, and she was willing to do a cover of Red Like Roses with me, and that was super cool. I was unbelievable. I knew people were going to be so stoked when they saw that. And sure enough, it was like this big surprise. And I knew it was even funnier too, because the song originally has featuring Casey Lee Williams in its title. So no one anticipated when they saw it. They were just like, oh yeah, of course, Casey's in the song. But then when she appears, it's like, wait, they meant featuring in this cover. So it was a cool moment for the whole fan base. But I think which was especially cool after that happened, because a lot of people are asking about Ruby in the chat. So I'd rather just wrap that into a nice bow and talk about Ruby for a bit. When I was asked to, Jeff Williams, the composer for Ruby, sent me a message in February of 2019 after I did a cover with Rich of This Will Be the Day. I did a cover of This Will Be the Day, and Jeff sent me a message being like, hey dude, love your stuff. I would love to do something with you at some point. I don't know what, but I want to do something. And I said, absolutely, dude, let me know when. And so then Jeff hit me up near the end of the year, so November. He says, hey, we got this song coming up in Volume 7, and I think your voice would be great for it. So we started workshopping it. I had in total, I had at least 5 hours of phone time with Jeff. And if you don't know Jeff, and I'm sorry if this doesn't, for those who aren't into Ruby or whatnot, but it's a cool story nonetheless, and I just wanted to share it with those who care. Jeff is such a down-to-earth guy. He is a metalhead musician through and through and through. It's like talking to old... He's just such a cool cat. So Jeff is like the dude. He's legit. And he was very encouraging and so knowledgeable, and gave the perfect direction for the song Hero that you hear in the show. We don't even have the final version done yet. It hasn't been worked on. I think I'm at liberty to say that. But I believe Jeff's still workshopping it. So it will get there. Definitely will get there. And it's super, super, I'm just so happy that people have loved it so much and really taken a liking to the song, and to be in this dope fight scene is so cool. So thank you everybody who was watching Ruby and were so friendly to me being included in that show. Excuse me. When am I getting on Smash It's Gaming Time? Probably about an hour or so. This is a Q&A time, and I'm just going to try to answer questions as quick as they come. Trying not to take too long. Gotcha says, who's my favorite rock metal singer? Do I like Skillet? I love Skillet. I really do enjoy Skillet. And I think my favorite metal singer, though, is probably, maybe y'all don't know about him. His name's Warrell Dane. Warrell Dane. He sang for a band called Nevermore and did his own project as well. It's like a thrash metal technical band, metal band. And his voice is just, it's operatic. I think he's classically trained. And it's that balance of grit and emotion and delivery and the softness, the tender delivery that he has, but he also has this soaring angelic voice. I know it might sound like I'm describing a power metal, but it's not that same. So Warrell Dane, look him up. He actually passed away last year, which is a real shame. He had an alcohol problem and smoking problem, I think, but it's still an incredible vocalist nonetheless. When you did a cover song with Nate Wants to Battle, did you like it? Jasmine. Yes, working with Nate is probably one of the easiest people I've ever worked with. Nate is no frills, all business. Just like, hey man, you want to do this song? Yeah. Okay, here it is. Here are the stems. Record it when you get to it. I wasn't even given a deadline. I asked, but by the time he got around to answering it, I was done recording it. But working with Nate is, at least for me, was an incredibly simple experience and easygoing, fun. He picked a perfect song to cover, and he's just one of those pioneers in the cover industry. There's a couple of people that I sort of label as like these tentpole figures that allowed for the cover artists to have a career and have it be possible, and these careers in fandoms of sorts. In the musical realm. Let me move this down a bit. It's a little tilted up. There we go. Can I collab with CG5 again? Says Panda Boy. Yeah, I love working with Charlie. He's prolific. I said that word before. What's the word? I think a better word I'm looking for to describe Charlie, CG5, is he is a workaholic. That's I don't know if that's the greatest that's the greatest term I could come up with. It was coming out of the mouth and I couldn't stop it. But he is definitely works incredibly hard and loves what he does. I don't think that, and he strives to be better, strives to do, he never stops working. He's just constantly wanting to be the best he can be and reach the next level of his work and what it can become. So he's an example to follow. I look up to him in that way, is how much of a work ethic he has. Question: I don't have a mic, but I want to do covers. What can I do? The funny thing is, videos for fun and other stuff. Mind you, I say this often, and I've said it at conventions before, but it bears repeating. I only ever started doing covers when I only did it because I did it for fun. I've always done covers because I love doing them. I genuinely love singing. I love singing other people's songs. I did it when I was younger. I grew up around two parents who went to college and performed in theater. My dad worked in radio for 30 years and listened to music all the time. So I just love listening to music and I love singing music. So I enjoy it and love it to death. So when you say I want to do covers, but I don't have a microphone, my thought is, don't get too caught up on the professionalism of having a microphone and making sure it all sounds pretty. Just get to the process of recording yourself. And by the way, you can do that on a phone. You can totally use your phone to record your voice. And it can be so jank, you put it right by the frickin' speakers, you hit the record button, you sing into it. You're not trying to make something that sounds super polished at the moment, right? You're just trying to get used to singing and hearing your voice back and enjoying the process. That's what I did when I was 11 and 12. When I was 13, it was like singing into the frickin', I was wearing a headset. It's like a Playtronics headset. And it was an awful quality stem microphone that came out in front of my mouth. And it was awful, awful, awful. But I still recorded anyway with no audio. I had no clue of how to edit. Zero. But I loved it. It was so much fun. So I just encourage everybody to do that. If you can do that, if you can get yourself to doing that and recording covers, do that. Have I ever played Detroit Become Human? I have, Michael. I actually played it on stream at Caleb Hyles Music, which we will be going to after this stream. That's where I play all the games. Yeah, Detroit Become Human was what's the word? Was controversial on our stream. We all had a lot of different opinions on Detroit Become Human as I went through the game and had my decisions and the like. So it's interesting. Yeah, it was a fun stream. We had a great time. It was really, really, really great conversations. Would I do a song from Singing in the Rain or The Sound of Music, says Kala. Maybe. There might come a time. I don't want to write any vocalist stuff off the I don't want to write any sort of musical things off the table, because every now and then they'll come up and be important, and then be relevant to cover. Back from the Dead Skillet by Jonathan Young, Alex. Maybe. Depends on, I haven't gotten the sales back for how well Conquer did the Skillet album. I hope it's done well, because I would love to do more of it. Have I ever covered Vocaloid? Azinu? I haven't. It's been on my mind though, because it's a part of a fandom that I haven't tapped into, And the question is, can I add something that people would want to hear? And are people going to and will it be a viable option in comparison to something else? That's, something you have to weigh is, if I cover this, then am I taking a week where I could have done something else? I also want to take an opportunity to point out, I've had some people, well, now it's not appearing. That's great. I was trying to get to my super chats and donations that people gave, but they're just not freaking here. So, but thank you all who have donated and super chatted. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you. You didn't have to do that. I do appreciate your monetary kindness, though. Can my friend have a shout out? Jersey Cover so much. Her name is Alicia. I can speak English. Alicia, we both love your channel. Thank you very much, Alicia. Alicia, frickin', I see the Sia and I'm like, caught. Thank you. How did Jay Young persuade you to walk a mile with him? Outer Space, it wasn't too hard. He said he sent me a message at 3 a.m. This is a lot of my interactions with Jonathan Young take place at midnight, moving forward into the wee morning hours. I did, what was the word I was looking for? He said, hey, dude, I didn't catch it, by the way. It was 3 a.m, but I woke up at 7. I was in San Diego, and he sent me a message. It was like, I want to do an original song today. I wrote one late last night. All right, well, I just wrote one. When we come in today to record, can we do this? And so I was like, absolutely. Anything Jonathan Young original, I'm there for. If you want me on it, you don't even have to tell me twice, dude. I will be there in a heartbeat. Let's make it happen. And so that night, we recorded Walk a Mile, just in one sitting. And it was beautiful. I also have this weird, mustache thing that's, spinning off to the side here. I probably need to shave that down. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to be worried about it. Oh yeah, here are the they just appeared again. Great Nate, thank you for the $1.99. NBC Nomads, thank you very much for the $5. Love your voice, keep up the great work. Butt selfie, $5. Undertale cover soon. Undertale is never out of season. I'll tell you that. Undertale is never out of season. Sanav Pacifist, thank you for the $10, my man. Thank you so much. It's good to hear from you, by the way. And Semnome, I think I said that right. Thank you for the $1. Although it might be, I think it's Russian money. I don't know. But thank you. Thank you, guys. I talk very fast. I have to with how fast this is going. Do I ever think about covering another Paramore song? I love covering Paramore. I loved Paramore. I would love to do more from them. I think they've had some hits recently, too. It wouldn't be out of the question. Pardon me. Would I ever try to write your own lyrics for an original song or an instrumental cover? Kala, I actually am working on an original album right now. I have 2 songs completely done and a third that's very close to being done. And then I've written basic outlines, melody lines, and lyrics for all of the other songs. It's just they need to get produced. And once they're produced, then I will have, Charlie is my producer right now, actually, for the majority of my songs. And we workshop the song a bit and make it into something that's presentable. So I'm very excited for my original album. It's just coming along slower than every other project I'm doing because I'm taking more time and care into it. I want it to be exactly I know it's not going to be perfect, but I want it to be what I want it to be. I don't want to compromise on certain things when it comes to this cover. Or when it comes to this album. This little hairpiece is just a fun... Let's do that. There we go. Tofunator, thank you so much for the $10. Have you ever thought of doing a song cover by Red? They're similar to Skillet, but heavier. Cauterize is a really good one. I think it'd be amazing to hear from you and John. It's weird. That sort of heavy metal or that sort of that hard rock genre, it's like a hit and miss. Sometimes you'll release a song from a hard rock band and it just absolutely slay and do great analytically, and then other times it kind of falls flat. It's hard to know what's going to do well in that category. Red is someone I've pondered over. It's not off the table. Tofunator is what I would say. Cauterize, I'll keep that one in mind. Shifting Sandman, thank you for the $5. Hey, I love your covers and your song in Ruby. Thank you. Keep up the great work. Also, what do you think of the song Devil Trigger? I have really considered doing Devil Trigger. the thing about Devil Trigger from Devil May Cry 5 is there have been several other artists that have done it so well that I want a little bit of time to let those covers establish themselves. And then when I release mine, it won't be so quickly compared. It can kind of be standing on its own. So I will probably at some point do Devil Trigger. It's just a matter of finding the right time to do it. Thanks for the peach there, Selfie. PlayerKo, I will call out your comment here, but I want to get to some of the regular chat. Mystic Khan, thank you very much for the $30. Your music is amazing, Caleb, and stay strong through these tough times. Absolutely. You too, Mystic, and thank you for that very kind donation. And thank you very much, Drifter, as well, for your kind comment. It hid your comment because you said the S word, but I don't care. Have I done Karma by AJR or will you? I'd have to hear Karma. I know AJR is a really popular band. The question would be, as it always is for cover artists, and maybe some of you know, the question is always, is it viable to do that song? Is it going to perform well analytically? Is there enough of an educated guess there leaning towards it will perform well for me to take the opportunity to cover it or take the chance in covering something? That's what we have to think about when we're covering songs on our channel to maintain relevancy. You know, you have 52 weeks in a year, 52 covers, and each of them you hope finds an audience or has traction with an audience who watches you frequently. You're all at once trying to branch out and appease the viewers that you have. And when you're a cover channel like I am, you're variety. So every week you're going to leave somebody out. Every week you're going to have somebody who is not going to get what they want. And you risk every week if you don't appeal to that person who came because of a certain cover, a certain genre, a certain artist, certain show, you risk alienating them further and further and further to where they don't, They don't come back anymore or they unsubscribe. So it's always thinking about those things. All right. PlayerKo, thank you so much for the $10. Hello from France. Thank you. Or 10 pounds, actually. Thank you all. Hello from France. Thank you for all your work. This might not be enough for your talent, but your covers made me feel better, and I was so happy to hear you and Ruby. Thank you very much, PlayerKo. I think I'm saying your name right, or Clarissa. Either way, thank you so much for the 10 pounds. That's very kind of you. Mu Tashima, $20. Thank you guys so much. Love your work. Inspires me as an artist myself. I always have your music blaring and everyone hates me for it. Also, are you still accepting fan art with COVID precautions? I used to have a PO box. I might consider opening one again. I've been saying that for years. I probably should. I would accept any fan art. When I go to conventions, I accept any and all fan art. I have in my closet, I have a section dedicated to fan art I've received that I can't hang on my wall because of the way I'm organizing the space, and also gifts, bulkier gifts or stickers or the like. So absolutely. $2, Eric, thank you so much for the $2. Please answer my question in chat. Unfortunately, Eric, I don't think I'm going to be able to find it. If you could, I'll keep an eye out for your name if you post it in the chat again. But otherwise, as this is a message to everybody, if you do have a question to ask and you are intending to donate money or donate a super chat, please post your question in the super chat, because then I can definitely see it. I also don't want to be out here just shilling out for super chat questions to be answered. That's what I'm trying to also answer here in the chat. Timothy, I tried to donate 500. Dude, don't donate 500. Don't do that, please. Please don't. Please. Please don't donate 500. I'm fine. Let me take a second. I will answer. People have been still super chatting. Let me take a second to let y'all know and be bold. I am okay. My family is okay. I want for very little. I'm fortunate in this period of time. So I do not want any of you super chatting or donating if you are not in the most secure of places to do so. I really don't want you to put yourself out. I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth either and say don't ever do it, because that's also not being fair to you and your decision. But I'm just letting you know. That's just so we're clear. I am fine. Eric, you said, how did you obtain your sync licenses? Does Sony have a contract with YouTube that allows us to release covers without directly obtaining a sync license from them? I want to do this the right way. Eric, this is a bit of a what's the word I'm looking for? Involved question, but essentially when it comes to licensing, like singing covers on YouTube, long story short, or to avoid long-winded explanations, the way YouTube is set up now, you do not need to obtain sync licenses or licenses of any kind to cover music. You do need a mechanical license, which you can obtain via several websites like DistroKid or SoundDrop if you do a cover. And to obtain a mechanical license, you need to make sure that you own every piece of an instrumental or a sound recording. If you do a cover of a Fall Out Boy song, you need to make sure that your recording of that Fall Out Boy song is all yours, as in you made it or somebody you commissioned to make it and you can own it. When you upload it to YouTube, Fall Out Boy still has a right to claim it and revenue share because they made the composition of the song. YouTube at this day and age, thankfully, has made it easier to do revenue sharing. So as long as you have a mechanical license to defend yourself, if someone were to try and claim that you can't do that, you can say, look, I got my mechanical license. This is my cover. I own all the recordings. You get your portion because you wrote the song. So that's how it works in short. Just make sure you own every piece of your recording for a cover before you upload it. As it comes to uploading a cover that's using someone else's instrumental that you don't own or uses a karaoke track, there's a great chance it'll be taken down or completely claimed by someone else who owns that recording, and it doesn't matter that you sang over it. So just make sure that you've done that, and you'll be fine. You will be fine. So yeah, there's that. Very long-winded. All right, I'm gonna get to these super chats before I miss it, and then I'm gonna get to chatting in the chat actually. Violet though asks in the chat, have you ever thought of making your own music? And you are literally my favorite singer ever. I would love to hear your music. Violet, I got news. I got some good news. I have been working on an original album for 2 years now. I am actually a year and a half, and I have some songs written. I have a whole album written. It's just a matter of recording them and workshopping them and getting them produced. And it is in the works. I'm very excited for it, Violet. Thank you for asking. And it will happen sooner rather than later. Thank you, Violet. Make sure I don't miss these. Trinitech says $5. Thank you so much. I think you're the best, Caleb. I'm a big fan. Would you ever want to sing together? Also, would you ever make an original song using Dire Docs? I don't know what Dire Docs is, actually. And when it comes to doing collabs and duets with people in general as a whole, I tend to reserve those for in terms of doing duets. I only have so many covers in a year, and when it comes to collaborating, I usually try to look for people who can give something to my covers that I don't already have. It's not, I want to encourage people too. It's not so much about numbers in terms of I only work with people who have 1 million subs or only have 500,000 subs. It's not so much that. It really has a lot to do with what can we mutually give each other. And there are plenty of people that I've worked with that don't have large audiences but are extremely good at what they do, have workshopped and polished and taken the time and the effort to learn their craft extremely well. So I'm never opposed to a request for collaboration from anyone. It's just very easy for me to make a decision on who I choose to work with based upon that criteria I just laid out. So I hope that answers your question, Trinitech, and maybe someone can inform me what Dire Docs is. It won't even let you donate 20, Timothy? What the heck? I don't know what's going on. Someone donated 30. Will Gartner, $2. What recording software do you use? I use Adobe Audition. I use a very old, very outdated version of Adobe Audition, but it works for me. Sarah Mitchell, $5. Would you be doing any more Ruby covers? Congrats on your song in season 7. And who's your favorite character? Sarah, I will be doing more Ruby covers. There's definitely plenty of material to work with, as you know. And my favorite character is probably Ironwood. I love that man. He's so cool. I mean, that seems very like sort of a cop-out because I sing the song he's over, but excuse me. Oh my goodness. I think you accidentally donated twice there, Trinitech, but thank you for the another 5. Krillin IRL, thank you for the $10, the $9.99. Have you ever thought of covering any music by Aurelio Voltaire? His music has a very comedy, horror, jazzy vibe. I think you'd sound great doing Brains. I've never heard who that is. But also, I don't write anything off the table because I never know what's going to be. Dude, TikTok has made it to where any song, no matter what, can become a huge freaking thing out of left field. So nothing's off the table. Brains, though, if that comes up, I'll keep an eye out for it. All right, and I'm going to move back to the chat here for a bit before I jump over back to Super Chats. It's a soundtrack in Super Mario 64. Thank you, Kyle. And good to see you, Kyle. It's been a hot minute. Mention things like missed cons, breath, and the like as well. Yes. As soon as I stop doing this Q&A, there's plenty of things to talk about updates in my life and things going on. Stand in the Rain, Gilbert. Wow, that's an old school one right there. I used to actually do my opening workout run with the song Stand in the Rain by Superchick. I've moved on to other songs, but... It's hardly been asked before, but how did you first meet characters like Jonathan Young or Rashad E.B.? Sam Turner asks. I met them via email. Actually, I met John via email. John messaged me or sent me an email back in 2015, late 2015, asking if I wanted to do a collab with him, a duo collab where he did one for my channel and one for his channel of The Bells of Notre Dame. So The Bells of Notre Dame was the first cover we ever did together. And then we did, and then he did Set It Off Whoopie Sheep's Clothing on my channel. And then after that, I went down in July of 2016 to his place and we recorded the videos there. And at the time he was living with Family Jewels and Rashad E.B. So I met them there at the same time. I also met Thunder Scott there, and that was super cool. So I met a lot of my friends that I have now at that moment in 2016. So it was just John reaching out for a collab opportunity. I'm so glad he did. I at that time I wasn't very confident in asking out for collabs, so I don't know if it would have happened had it not been for him. Videos for Fun says, "Are you thinking of doing Beetlejuice?" Yes. In fact, I might have already done some Beetlejuice, but that's for another. That might be coming out at some point in time. Dream Collab, says Victoria. I've worked with a lot of my favorite people. I did a cover with Zach Callison, so I'm pretty set. Life's pretty good. I'm pretty great. I don't know, if I'm shooting for the moon, do something with Metallica or Justin Courtney Pierre from Motion City Soundtrack. I don't know. Have I heard of Lightning Thief, a Percy Jackson musical? Also, would you release Hell to Your Doorstep on Amazon? Guinevere Parker says. I have heard of the Percy Jackson Lightning Thief musical. I was debating on whether to do it just because it didn't seem to have a lot of, a total ton of traction. And when it comes to Hell to Your Doorstep, that's not an instrumental I own, so I can't release it on digital platforms. That's the main issue with Hell to Your Doorstep. How did I meet CG5? CG5 messaged me, Arion. He messaged me to be a part of his Labyrinth cover. The FNAF song called Labyrinth. Yeah, that's what it was. And initially I was like, well, let me hear the song. Let's see what this is about. But I told Charlie after the fact, what really sold me on it was that I saw DA Games was in it. And at that point I'd worked with DA Games on a song called Take My Breath Away for a Legend of Zelda song. So when I saw that Will was a part of it, it sort of gave me confirmation. I was like, okay, Charlie's probably a good person to work with. So that's when I did a first thing with CG5, and we started moving on there from ever since. All right, let's move back to the super chats. Bevy Bev, $5. Thank you very much, Bev. Hey, Caleb, question. What are some small creators, singers, etc. you'd want to collab with in the future? Also, love your covers. Interesting. I mean, we were just talking about that, Bev. But a specific, just to be more specific to your question, a couple of people that I want to work with that I just haven't gotten around to, scheduling and the like. There's a instrumentalist and creator, Trey Watson, who's this insanely good instrumentalist, incredible vocalist and would love to work with him at some point. It's just a matter of getting around to it. And there's another vocalist, Benjamin Collins. If you want to go check him out, his covers are top notch. His voice is just, it's like, I don't know. It's like a smooth whiskey, which makes it sound like it's really gravelly, but it's not. It's got like there's like an edge to it, but it's like, it's a lullaby like almost. I don't know. It's like a formula whiskey, right? You know, it's like some baby formula with some whiskey. That doesn't make sense. But that's what came out of my mouth. Those are two that come to the top of my head that I would love to work with. They're really great. And let's keep moving down here. Eric, you inspire me to start making music. Thank you. And Eric, I hope the answer to that question helped. But thank you very much for the $2. Kei Nakashi, hey Caleb, just joined the crew this year and I plan to stick forever. Keep improving and recording amazing covers from Brazil. Oh, heck yeah. Dude, if I could do a concert in Brazil, I'd do it in a heartbeat, Nakashi. Thank you for the $5. I greatly appreciate that, dude. And thanks for sticking around. Thanks for joining. I don't care if you came in this year or right now for the first time, or you come in and out. I just appreciate you guys being here. I really do. Let's see. Don't want to miss. Oh yeah, y'all keep donating on the end of the super chats. Dang it, I appreciate it. Substitute. Would you ever work with Lee and Lee on an anime cover, or have your interest on cover artists you haven't worked with yet? Substitute. Thank you for the $5, and let me answer that by saying, I think it's fair to say, I think it's public knowledge. I don't think it matters. Maybe it does. If Amanda, if you're watching, please just gentle tap on the shoulder saying, Caleb, we try to keep this stuff under wraps, please. But yeah, I'm working with Amanda on something that's already that. Yeah. So I am doing something with Lee and Lee. It's coming out at some point in time. Amanda is an incredibly proficient and efficient worker. She has a formula down. She has a team. It's pretty impeccable. But then again, I mean, she's been doing this since 2010 and doing it with professionalism through and through. So I'm not surprised. But yes, we are working. We have something recorded. Obviously I can't share it, but suffice it to say, I am super stoked for y'all to hear what Amanda and I did. It is arguably one of the best covers I've done, just period. And I think it'll be some of her fan base is one of their favorites. I'm very convinced of that. Cause it's like right in Amanda's wheelhouse. It's like right in that freaking pocket of power and, tenderness. And it's right there. Thank you very much, Eric. Thank you, bud. Rock on. Yes, indeed. Solid Fi, $20. Thank you so much. We still do it. Also, you're still doing it. Yep. Have you ever heard of the band Poets of the Fall? It's a rock band. They have really good vocals. Look up Carnival of Rust when you get a chance. I feel like I've heard of Carnival of Rust, but I hadn't heard of that band. I'll keep an eye on that. Excuse me. Can I cover the Yu-Gi-Oh opening? Says Gaming Tro. I haven't. I figured it was just like, your move, Yu-Gi-Oh! It's time to duel. Like, I didn't know there was, like, honest to goodness openings. I only watched the American stuff when I was growing up. When you say have all the things you need to cover a song, what would all the things be? If you're just trying to cover just for kicks and giggles, which is usually how what I encourage people to do starting off, is not to carry too much about equipment. I would say you just need a microphone and a playback device. A microphone and a playback device. A microphone that you can record into, and then a playback device that can take your recording from that microphone and play through it in speakers. That's what I think you need initially. From that, you get into I don't even want to necessarily comment on it because I will give you poor information. Family Jules has done a great video. If you go to his channel on how to stream, and in that video about streaming is a lot of information about equipment for recording covers and software that will help with that. So I'd look to Family Jules. He's very informative on what's good for recording equipment. And Jonathan Young, on some channel, he put something. It's like one of his older channels. He has a whole tutorial. But anywhoosums. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to stop the super chats at some point, so I don't, so I can move on to updates. Let's see. J Dreamer G Arts and Games, $5. Thank you. I want to say thank you for inspiring me to improve my singing. My confidence needs work, but your work keeps me going. Thank you for all you do. That's wonderful to hear, J Dreamer. In fact, just as a brief update before I move on to the next one, I've started up vocal lessons. That might come as a surprise to some of y'all, but I'm a work in progress. So I have vocal lessons, and I've been taking them. My second lesson is tomorrow. So I'm still very much needing help with my voice. So absolutely, I'm privileged to be an inspiration in that regard. So I hope you can follow that example and yes, continue to improve on your passions. They're more enjoyable when you do that. Can you use an instrumental track and cover it legally? You can't make money from it. You won't make money from someone else's instrumental track. You have to, as in an instrumental track you don't own. You can have someone make you an instrumental track, Eric, but there has to be an agreement that you own the track, or that you can make money off of it. Otherwise, you're not going to make money from it. They can claim it and take it and make money themselves. Full Metal Angel, thank you very much for the $15. I've been a fan for ages. It's awesome to hear about your song in Ruby. Thank you very much, Full Metal. It was such a cool experience. Substitute again. Thank you very much for another $5. Love your work. Always happy to see the new videos added, and your Ancient Mage's Bride cover is my favorite. Dude, that song was so hard. Ancient Mage's Bride drove me up a freaking wall. Oh my gosh, it drove me insane. Oh my gosh. What's my favorite gem? Pearl or Peridot? ARS 500. I don't know what the 500 means. It's $8. Okay. Mobeek, thank you. Every time I hear your cover for like the something crazy thousandth time of I Dreamed a Dream, I want to marry you. And then I remember I'm married and you're married too. And I'm happy about it. So you both are so lucky. Replay intensifies. Thank you. I Dreamed a Dream was one of my favorite covers I've done. I think it might be a little saccharine, a little over the top. But I was particularly emotional during that cover. So I just wore my heart on my sleeve on that one. And you can't go wrong when you do that. You really can't. Mystic Khan with the $100. Thank you so much, Mystic. Nani, here's a big jump scare. Thank you again, Mystic. 100. Freaking wait. Oh my gosh, $100. But keep up the great work with the music, man. Also personal question. Is there a way to use your music in the background of videos? Like, for example, speed arts, stay super safe. Mystic Khan, I need to have a little bit more extensive chats with my MCN about videos like, speed arts or speed runs or streamings of video games that use my music in the background, because I don't care if I make any money from those videos. I don't think the real appeal for why someone is there is what's taking place on the screen and with the art that you're making. I don't necessarily feel comfortable with my covers being claimed on those videos. So do you have my permission? Yeah, go right ahead. I please. I would love if I could make it to where those covers aren't claimed or those videos aren't claimed. And if it happens, I just need to have a conversation with my MCN about making sure that those types of videos aren't claimed. And if it happens, I've had some people, tag me in a message on Twitter, and I usually try to handle it there, and bring the video URL explicitly to my MCN. But thank you very much, Mystic, for the $100. That's extremely kind of you to do that. And yes, please go right ahead and use my music. Satuki R, 2,400 yen. I'm supporting you forever from Japan. You're the best. Thank you for reading until the end. You should take care of you, and please continue to focus on singing career. I'm rooting for you to continue. Thank you so much, Satoki. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you. Thank you. Nick Franklin, $5. Have you seen Tangled the series? Would you ever cover any songs from it, like Nothing Left to Lose or Cassandra or Varian Song? Nick Franklin, thank you for the $5. But what if I told you that I already have in the works an instrumental for a song from Tangled the series? And what if I told you that I already have a cover done, not a cover done, an instrumental ready to go for Tangled the series? Wouldn't that be something? Bats Milk, thank you for the $10. Love you, Caleb. Glad you're safe and doing great. I went to your concert at AWA. Heck yeah. I can't wait till quarantine is over to go more. Rock on. Thank you very much, Bad Milk. Me too. Let me tell you, me too. Oh my gosh. I miss conventions. I really do. I miss y'all. I miss getting to hug people. I miss getting to say hi. I miss getting to perform and sing for y'all and see your smiling faces and how enthusiastic you are. And being able to entertain people is such a joy for me. And not being able to do that in person is a little, what's the word? Depressing to think about. But we move on. We get past it. You're grateful. We have gratitude for what we have. And I'm grateful for that. Wait, what? Can't wait to hear your Tangled the series songs. Yes, songs. Yes, Kala, I think Family Jules, how to stream. Well, Jules is Jules, not Jewles. And that offers a good bit of info on just good equipment to have for recording in general. Not just streaming, but recording. Yeah. Calamitas, absolutely, dude. Definitely. Have I thought of covering Who We Are from Steven Universe? I'm going to be... Wait, the movie? Wait, Who We Are? What was that song again? Because I was about to say I haven't actually seen Steven Universe Future, but I was like, the movie I have seen, I just don't recall. I just don't recall that song. I know it exists. Gus Calvo with the $2. I'm passing by to say hello, Caleb. Thank you very much, Gus. Much appreciated. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Would I ever consider covering You're the Greatest from Wander Over Yonder? I would legit cry if you did, because that show is very special to me and shaped me into who I am today. Ghostbuster, Wander Over Yonder has one of my most successful covers ever in it. I don't know why I haven't considered going back to it. So yeah, I should probably check out that series again, because it probably has a wealth of knowledge, and knowledge is the wrong word, has a wealth of content and music there that I could use. First time in a live stream, Astral Nightmare. Well, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoy. I'm just answering questions, and I will eventually talk about updates and things going on in my life and share some music and songs. It's just a matter of getting around to it. Thank you very much, Dragon Slayer. That's very kind of you, and it's been a very good evening. And thanks for your encouraging words. And same goes for you, Kyle. Thank you for your kind words. You're all extremely kind to me with your words. Will I sing a song from Hatsune Miku? Says John. I'm not off the boat. Not out. Not off the question. Do Accidentally in Love from Shrek 2 with Jonathan. Dude, I'll tell you what, Luis. Someone suggested that in the Twitch chat not a couple nights ago. I was streaming on Twitch, and like, I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed at all. I was like, I hadn't thought of that. I was like so upset with myself. But that's the thing. Every now and then that you'll hear an idea, you'll hear something from a comment, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's brilliant. And you're like, yeah, absolutely, I'm going to do that. I'll check it out, Toast. I'll check and see. My Discord can get a little hectic and full because there's a lot of business that takes place on that too. So I apologize if it takes me a while to get to my Discord server stuff. Have I ever watched Beastars? I kept an eye on Beastars in the opening. It's a little difficult. It's a lot of effort. And while my channel has a lot of anime on it, I really do have to expend a fair amount of energy, time, and my voice to cover these songs because they're hard. And anybody in here who's attempted to sing anime openings or of the like, understands that plight. It's not just because I have a YouTube channel and am analytically successful does not change the fact that it's insanely hard. So, that one's a bit more up in the air. I don't quite know if I will or not. But I do like the song. It's not bad. Expired Milk. Yes, this is indeed live. It is absolutely live. I don't know how to read. I can't read the kanji, but someone just donated 490 yen. Thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimasu. Nihongo wa hanashimasu ka? Oh, I just hit a button. Whoopsie daisies. Back to the YouTube studio, please. I backed away from, I accidentally clicked a button on my mouse. Give me just 1 second. Have I done a cover of Shrek or Smash Mouth? Yes, I have. But with John. That's where it made the most sense. What fusion surprised me from Steven Universe the movie, Jasmine? Probably Steven and his dad. That was the most surprising, but it was super cool when it happened. What video on your channel are you most proud of? Any of my Broadway covers I'm usually pretty proud of because that's where I get to experiment and play around with acting, which is one of my favorite things to do. I really enjoy that. I enjoy singing and acting, being theatrical. So when those come out the way that I want them to, I'm really proud of it. Excuse me. Yes, Vulture, I do plan to do more Ruby covers. It will happen. All right, so before I get into more questions and things like that, I want to make sure I tap on some updates going on, and then we're going to move over here in a little bit to Twitch, and I'm going to play some Super Smash Brothers, and I'll be posting the Twitch channel in my in the chat. That's going to be the same chat that you're typing in right now, and you'll just hop over there, give me about 2 minutes or whatnot, and I'll start the stream up for the Twitch channel. And it'll be a lot of fun. So right now, currently, maybe some of you know, I had several conventions that I was going to attend. I was going to attend Anime St. Louis. I was going to attend OmniCon in Tennessee. I was going to attend MomoCon in Atlanta, Georgia. And all three of those got canceled. And it was very unfortunate. It's very sad. MomoCon this year was ramped up to be maybe one of the biggest MomoCons in the history of the show. The MomoCon concert we had was, for those who'd been there, if you don't know anything about it, we have a YouTubers live concert for the past 3 years at MomoCon in Atlanta. And we somewhat have a rotating cast of musicians that come out. And this year we had a pretty all-star, pretty all-star cast lined up this year. I think people were going to be a little pretty shocked with who we were able to get to participate in this concert this year. And I know they would have put on such an amazing show. I only hope that they can come back next year, that we can make it happen again, because it was going to be phenomenal. Cons that are still on currently and haven't called off: MetroCon in July in Florida is still on. Indie PopCon in Indianapolis is still going. San Japan in San Antonio in late August is still happening. So there's a couple of conventions that are still in the works, have not said no, and it's just a matter of paying attention to the data and knowing what's best for their community. making that for the decision they're going to make. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye out for those. I'll be keeping y'all pay attention to my Twitter to see an update of where those are going to be, if and when those happen. Other news and updates. The Skillet album is out. If you haven't checked it out yet, Conquer, a tribute to Skillet. It's on all digital retailers. It's on iTunes. It's on Google Play. It's here on YouTube. It's on Spotify. Just go to my Caleb Hyles channel, artist page, and it has all of my Skillet songs I've done thus far, the ones with John, and several ones that I hadn't released yet. Awake and Alive is on there. That just released last week or 2 weeks ago. And The Resistance was released a month ago, and that one's on there. But then there's a couple others that have yet to be released on the channel and may not. American Noise and The Older I Get are 2 songs that have yet to be released on the channel, and they are exclusively on the album. So if you want to hear those songs from the Skillet catalog that I covered, please go check out the album. Really proud of it. And I would love to do more stuff like that. Tribute albums to a specific artist would be really, really great. And Calamaria, I'm not sure why. Or maybe it was the Jules Conroy channel. I think it was Jules Conroy, not Family Jules. It might have been Jules Conroy. Conroy. Jules. I think it's on that channel. I misspoke. It's not on his main Family Jules channel. What do I predict for Paris versus Dallas? I'm thinking Dallas 3-1. Alex, absolutely. I think Dallas will pull that one out, but it'll be an extremely difficult victory because Paris is like insanely good. I'm talking about Overwatch League, by the way. But I think Paris is going to pull that one out. Could I do Found from Steven Universe? I'd love to. I think that'd be super awesome. It's just a matter of, I think I want to add more lyrics to it. It's one of those situations. Calamitas, that was Gluttonous Princess is a Conchita reference saying wishing you success from Japan. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Well, thank you for the translation. That's super cool. Do I like YouTube? And if so, what would you rate it from 1 through 1,000? Well, Jeremiah, I do like YouTube. 1 through 1,000? I'm just going to say 1 through 10. I'd give it like a 7. Probably a 7, 6.5. I think there's a lot of things they can do that can make it better, but as a whole, it works. So I'm not gonna bite the hand that feeds me, if that's I think that's the phrase we're looking for. But outside of the Skillet album, I'm working currently on another cover album. This was kind of a surprise. I'm working on a completely brand new cover album with songs that no one's heard before, and it's all a bunch of songs that relate to emotions falling along the lines of grief and loneliness. So it's a cover album, like 10 to 12 songs of some of my favorite songs that I've heard that all talk about those topics or some form of that topic. It's like the 5 stages of grief kind of thing. And I'm really excited for it because I've been able to cover some personal favorites on it. And that's actually closer to being done than I expected. Actually, a lot closer to being done than I expected. I think I just have to get some art made, and then it's ready to go. Actually, like I said, Super Escapist, I actually haven't seen the ending to Steven Universe. I purchased the entire final Steven Universe Future season and had every intention to watch it. I just need to get around to it. Over to some super chats. Substitute $5. Thank you again, dude. Which of the rock bands that you cover would you like to do a song with the most? I covered Metallica back in the day, so I'm going to say Metallica. Let's go with that one. I want to cover something from Metallica. Did I not answer that one? I think I might have skipped over it. Playlist Girl, $2. Thank you so much. Love your covers. The ones of the anime are awesome. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy those. Those are some of the most difficult covers I have to do, but I do enjoy them. Deku wants a cookie, $2. Love your channel. Thank you, Deku. I would also like a cookie. Shane, $5. Thank you so much. Hi there, sir. I was just wondering if I could do some covers with you. I am 19, a soprano, and 1 alto. Shane, what I said before, I'll say it. It's worthy of repeating, Shane. But when it comes to collaborations, I tend to have to, it's on a case-by-case basis. Actually, that's the best way to say it. Feel free to send anything to my business email. It's in my YouTube About page. And send what you have. You have no idea how many emails I get from people just saying, hey, work with me. I'd love to sing with you. And there's nothing attached to it. I have to treat YouTube and my main channel and what I do very much like a business. So I have to make decisions that are going to be what could potentially be analytically, financially good for the channel. So I need to know as much information as I can about a person I might be working with. So I don't write anyone off. But that's one of the main factors is I just need to hear what you can offer, you know, because I know my worth, kind of what I can bring value to someone else in my wheelhouse of music and singing. When you step outside of that, I'm a little more uncertain of what my value is. But when it comes to someone wanting to work with me, I just need to know what you can bring to the table. So that's what I would encourage you, Shane, and encourage anybody who's working with anyone, by the way. This isn't just me working with Caleb and things like that. It's anybody you want to collaborate with or work with, professional level as well as just casual level. It's just fair and a good practice to share what you have. And you don't need a portfolio, by the way. It's nice to have lots of a large swath of content to look over, to know what you're providing, but you don't need much. Sometimes it can be just 2 pieces, and that's enough to know. So yes, please consider that. Some people haven't heard some of the music that I've been working on. So actually, a lot of people in here, the only place I ever showed off my original music was on my 1 million subscriber stream, and I never played anything beyond that. So before I hop over to Twitch for the rest of the evening and play some video games, and I hope you all join me, because that's a great place to ask me more questions if your question didn't get answered here. It's a far more casual, laid-back environment on Twitch. We're a little bit more communicative because right now we have around 200 people watching. We're not going to have 200 people over on Twitch once we move. So feel free to come if there's other questions you want asked or you just want to chat with people in the community. That's the place to do it. Tonight we're going to be playing some Super Smash Brothers real casual. I'm working through the World of Light campaign, which I still haven't completed. I didn't know there was a second map, but hey, there's a second map, and it's a whole brand new game. So please feel free to come out to that. But before I do that, I'll answer this last super chat. Shane, thank you again for the $5, dude. How exactly do I want to submit to you? My phone is dumb. By the way, much love from New York. I don't know how your phone works. I don't know what to tell you. The best way to do it is to send me an email via whatever software you use, Gmail, Yahoo, whatever it is, to my business email, which is in my YouTube description as well as my Twitter, and attach a file of your singing. That's the best way to do it. And then I can say yay or nay. So I'll never be like, nope, can't do it. I'll say something a bit more like encouraging than just be like, no, I can't work with you. Sorry. You know, I'm never going to do that. That's not my style. And I think that doesn't help anybody. So that's the best way to get that forward. Hit that "It's Been So Long" high note. Which one is it, Nave? There's several high notes in that. It's been so long since last I've seen my son, lost to this monster, to the man behind the slaughter. Since you've been gone, I've been singing this stupid song so I could ponder the sanity of your mother. Yeah, it's hard to do when I don't hear the music, but been so long, so long. Yeah, there it is. For those who haven't heard it, I'm going to play one of my original songs. And then we will hop on over to Twitch, and that'll be a blast. Let's see here. Pardon me, my nose itches. Sorry, I'm having to look it up now. Did I save it into my downloads or did I... Or did I put it in the folder? Okay, I put it in the wrong folder. Richter Rat says $5. Thank you so much, Richter. You're going to do another horror for Hyles in October. I loved your on-location ones you did. Thank you, Richter Rat. I was a huge fan of that idea. It was some of the more fascinating cover experiences I've had in my career. I would love to do more of it. It was just, if I'm being completely honest, kind of freaked me out. Like it was uncomfortable in a lot of cases, going to random locales and or like spooky haunted locales and singing in them, and you know, completely dark hallways and rooms with a lot of very uncomfortable history. And I know to do that again, I would need to go to more locations and try some new things. I would want to do multiple different locations. So I'm not opposed to doing more horror for Hyles, like the on location stuff. It was just genuinely kind of creepy. I didn't really show it because I was trying to, you know, sing the song and I'm performing, but it was a very different experience. Okay, I think I found it. Let me download this. Let's put it in the downloads. Oh, it's already there. Okay, well, I'll just replace it anyway. And where are we at? Live streaming. Alrighty, guys. Feel free to come over to Twitch. We're going to play this song, and then I'm going to start up the Twitch stream right after this. This song is called Not My Own. Or not My Own. This song's called On My Own. And we currently are working on another song after this, but we just finished this one about 2 months ago with me and Charlie. The drummer on it is Tony Thaxton from the pop rock band Motion City Soundtrack. So really exciting there. I hope y'all enjoy it. It's really, really happy with how it turned out. And yeah, I'll play it. I'll still be here in chat, but much love to y'all. I'll see you guys over at Twitch. I'll be posting the link in the chat. Here's the song. Oh, just kidding. That's not the song. That is totally the instrumental. That's the working version of the one, the working version of the one that is not done yet. So we don't want to play that one. We are not finished with that one yet. And I didn't think it download. Anyway, here's the real one. Sorry for the fake out. All right, here we go. This one's called On My Own.
I'm alright, I'll be fine. Trust me, I don't like the ending that I've written this time. Brand new day, daily grind. Pour another cup of sunshine in this black heart of mine. Crack a smile, shed a tear. Inching closer, ever closer to a life without fear. Open mind, open wide. Take a peek inside, maybe you'll find a reason to try. Doing this just to get aroused. It's not like I chose this pain. I wish the circumstance would change, but for now it seems like I am on my own. I guess I'm thinking I can self-diagnose. How the hell can an HMO know? Call the doctor and the doctor says please press 1 for payment. Terrified of the unknown discomfort ahead. Sometimes I wonder what it's like being normal. I guess there's something inside me just not understood. Perhaps it's all within my imagination. Clock in, punch out, fade in, die out. It's just too much. I promise I am trying. Will you believe me now? Crushing anxiety, it's our soaked reality. No, I'm not doing this just to get around. mine. Guess you gotta just believe me when I tell you this time. No control, no complaints. Life is like a happy ending. It does not work that way. Oh, will you believe me now? Crushing anxiety and sour soaked reality. No, I'm not doing this just to get around. It's not like I chose this pain. I wish my circumstance would change, but for now it seems like I am on my own.
Thank y'all so much. You're very kind. I was noticing all the people. This is it's always it's very encouraging and like means a lot when y'all are enjoying the original music. Charlie did such a good job with producing that, and Tony Thaxton absolutely slayed on the drums. People asking when will that song be out? I don't know. I really don't. I'm not one for releasing singles when I have no insight for the album as a whole. So if you want to hear this song, it's best to just save this stream for later. I'm not going to delete it. So if you want to go back and clip this video, like do a YouTube download or something and download to MP4, find it, clip it, please go right ahead and do so. I do not care. I'd love for the album to be out by the end of the year. I'm just going to have to really turn up the gas on production if I want it to be out by the end of the year. So we'll hopefully have that happen. But either way, I'm going to start posting in the chat the Twitch stream for y'all to hop into. Also, I am putting in the description of the chat right now, if you refresh the page. I should have done this right at the beginning. This was kind of a mistake on my part. But what's I'm looking for? Oh my gosh, come on. Come on, computer, load. Don't be a pill. In the settings, if you refresh your page, I just put my Twitch channel underneath where it says Twitch. So hop on over here, everybody. This is my Twitch channel. And any questions I didn't get to, please feel free to hop over there and we'll get around to it. And while we play some Super Smash Brothers. So much love to all of you guys. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for coming out to the stream. Thanks for asking questions. And thank you so much to everybody who donated in the super chats. Kirk Official, I just see you said, can you sing Your Reality? I missed that song. I will do a concert at some point in time. I intend to do a concert stream for all of the concerts I've missed because of conventions. So Kirk, that very well might be on the list. But thank you all again so much. Feel free to hop over to Twitch. It might take me about 2 minutes, 3 minutes to get that thing set up. So please bear with me, and I'll see you guys in just a spell. Much love to y'all.